Welcome to Video Quick Tips, the show that brings you tips and techniques to help you produce better video. I'm your host, Bill Mecca, and in this episode, once again, we're going to dip into the mailbag.
I have a question about cameras and perception. My primary business camera is a Canon GL2, which I love. Unfortunately, it's SD, and this is an HD world. I noticed that you use a Canon HD30, which is kind of a small camera. What's your client's impression of it? I have some clients that think that anything small can't be good. They're biased towards large form factor cameras and think that anything small, though it might be feature packed, is strictly amateurish. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Thanks, Tim. That is a great question. You touch on a topic that I like to call lens envy, and it hits all of us. The one thing we have to let our clients know is that they're buying the end product. If they see quality video, an effective video that's done well, what do the tools matter? I always wonder if they go to their auto mechanic and ask them if they use Snap-on, Matco, or Craftsman tools. What does it matter if the end product is what you need? It can be a hard sell because you come in with a small camera and they're starting to think non-professional. But to be realistic, even television news crews are now starting to use smaller cameras. Everything's getting smaller, and a lot of them are one-man bands as well. Now, all that being said, there are some things you can do to bulk up your small video camera. I use a Canon HV30, and here is the handheld setup. I've got, as we did in episode 1 of Video Quick Tips, the lens hood, which gives it a little bit bulkier look, but it also adds some protection, keeping things from the lens. I've added a Beachtech DXA2S to give me access to XLR-based microphones, so that bulks it up a little bit. That is hooked onto the tripod quick release plate, and I have this flash bracket that allows me to hold it with two hands. And of course the HT-DZ HT81 microphone, which goes in here, and I have another audio input. So this can give you a little bit more bulk. The one thing you have to worry about this is when you put it on a tripod, since I have the tripod plate on there, it will pull it a little bit because there's weight out here. So then you just swing it around the back and do it this way. So you're on the tripod, you still have your access to all your controls. So you can bulk up the smaller cameras a little bit. Takes a little bit of jury rigging. You get a lens hood that makes it look a little bit better. I've seen guys take a Canon XH-A1 lens hoods and put them on a wide angle adapter on here and make it look huge. I think that might be a little bit of overkill and a little ridiculous, but there's all rail systems out there, shoulder mounts, those kind of things. But really what it comes down to is you're selling them a service, a product, the end product, and that's what you have to educate them about, because I mean these little cameras here, this is HD. Back in my TV days when we were using 3-tube and they finally went to the solid state cameras with the CCDs, this puts out a better image than those could ever think of. On 3/4 inch tape, that gave you maybe 300 lines of resolution. Even Super VHS had a better image to begin with. Now I'm sure some people will probably call me on those numbers, but really look at some of the old videotape and look at what you're shooting with today and the quality that it's putting out. So I hope that helps you a little bit, Tim, and everybody else. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to send them in, and we'll try to answer them as best we can. I'm Bill Mecca. See you next time. Happy shooting. Jersey Devil SoapWorks has taken the spirit of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, its pitch pines, cedar streams, and sugar sand roads, and combined it with all natural ingredients and fragrances to produce fine, handmade artisan soaps. We take our inspiration from one of the Pine Barrens' most popular legends and have tried to infuse that into every bar of luxurious soap we make. Visit JerseyDevilSoapWorks.com. We think you'll agree, it's devilishly good soap.